when you load up a profile, have it.
I think at the moment they're good.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to a vlog. It's been a hot minute. I've been feeling very into like starting my morning fairly slow. Over the past year, I know I have a lot to update you on, so I'm gonna do it in bits and pieces, and you'll just like notice things are different, and I'll fill you in as we go. It'll probably be across multiple videos. Knock on wood that I do more than one vlog this time. Over the past year, I've been doing F45 workouts, and I've literally been getting up almost every day working out at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. And I would say over the past probably like 2 or 3 months, maybe like 2 months, I've been just like struggling a little bit with my workouts. I'm just not in it anymore. And I do really like F45 workouts. There's, you know, the money that I'm putting into it. I'm kind of like, wow, I'm spending a lot of money on just like working out. It's kind of ridiculous. I have a personal trainer and I also do hot yoga. It's just getting to the point where I feel like it's a lot of money. When I first joined F45, my motivation to work out was like, I need to get my money's worth. And now I'm kind of to the point where I'm like, actually, this is a little ridiculous, the amount of money that I am spending. The reward doesn't match the amount of money I'm investing anymore. So I'm starting to like rethink, getting curious about like other forms of working out and like what I should do moving forward. So that's going to be a decision that I make in the next couple months because my F45 contract ends at the end of November. We'll see what I decide to do there. Very much into like starting my mornings more slow and then working out in the afternoon. And I actually have more energy in the afternoon. I also usually crash in the afternoon. I want to start focusing a little more on my nutrition because I do know that there's foods I could eat that like avoid the crash, right? I slept really well though last night. I got this weighted blanket, this gray, as like the best thing. I will link it below because it's literally amazing. For someone who struggles with sleep, it helps so much. Honestly, I love when I sleep well because it doesn't happen a lot. Woke up a little later this morning. I say later, I literally woke up at like 8. It's not that late. And I kind of like hung out in bed a little bit. I journaled, I made some TikToks. One realization I've been having recently is I change my mind a lot. And that's not a bad thing. I usually start to do something, well, like I do stuff because it's genuinely enjoyable to me. And then I get to a point where I'm like, I'm kind of like over this. I want to do something else, or something else piques my interest. Let's go make some breakfast. I'm in the mood for a smoothie today. The table is back in the dining room. You could probably see in older vlogs, but I used to have this like workbench type thing pushed against this wall and the TV was actually sitting on it. I moved the table back here and I have a new couch, guys. This is my old couch. I'm selling it. It actually might be sold today. One of my like things that I'm working on is actually making my house a home. I always like would decorate based on like what I had or what looked cool or like what I thought would look cool. And I think I was so used to like living in places just to like live. When I first graduated college, I did live by myself. I had a 1-bedroom apartment and I loved it. I did try to make that place really homey. It was difficult though because it was huge. Like it was bigger than my current apartment and it was only me inside the apartment. Like it was a huge apartment and it made absolutely no sense. I loved it though. It was in this like old colonial building downtown Frederick where I grew up and just so cute and unique. There was a lot of crazy things that happened in that apartment. Also, I dated the guy who moved in after me, which was really weird. Like I met him like a year after I moved out and learned that he literally lived in my apartment. It was so weird. But anyways, a lot of crazy things happened in that apartment, like crazy shit, but I love that apartment. Some aspects of the apartment felt really, really homey to me. And then other aspects, because it was just so big and like I just got out of college, I didn't have all this money to just like blow on like the things that I wanted to decorate it with. And that's when I do appreciate small spaces, because big spaces, that apartment was the only time after college, actually any time ever, that I've lived alone. I ended up getting a roommate for that apartment, and then I ended up having my boyfriend at the time move into that apartment. So then it was like very cozy. This is my 7th place that I lived in since that experience of living by myself, and since then I was totally like disconnected from the idea of even making this house a home. And the other thing is too, like, people have different styles. So like if someone likes one thing and I don't like it, I don't want to be like, oh, that's really ugly, because I also don't want someone living in a house that they don't like. Like, I'd rather, as weird as it sounds, I'd rather live in a house that I don't like than someone live in a house that they like I decorated and they don't like. Why does this even matter? I don't know, but like that's how my anxiety works. But now I have a new roommate who's a guy, and like he literally doesn't give a fuck. My goal now is to just continue to make this place more homey, and I like to think, honestly, I feel like it is more homey. Just getting a couch that I absolutely love, rearranging things. So I'm gonna finish my smoothie. I'm gonna get ready for the day, and then I think I'm gonna go to the coffee shop.
My vacation coming up.
Oh yeah, I have to put in my PC.
I told Amanda yesterday. I already.
Good morning, guys. It is the next day. I did not, in fact, go to the coffee shop. I forget why. I just like wasn't feeling it. Like, I like going to the coffee shop and I like getting out, but sometimes I force myself. Like, it's like, oh, I need to be productive, so I'm gonna go to the coffee shop instead of like that being a place that I genuinely want to be. And to be honest, this whole week I've been feeling very like just low. I was journaling a bit about this morning. There's not a lot going on in my life right now. Everything's kind of just like not stagnant, but just like actually pretty content with how things are going. I feel like I'm getting this download about like, okay, work on your habits, like work on like really setting a good structure for yourself because something's coming. Like, I'm basically like kind of prepping for my next chapter. And I feel like I was purging a couple months ago. Like, there was a lot of shit that I just had to kind of release. It's like, okay, now is a perfect time to practice like honing in morning routine, daily habits, workouts, health. I'm specifically thinking about working out, eating well, cooking more, and practicing that. I got a sewing machine that I haven't even opened yet. I want to start learning how to sew, making my home a little more homey, and a lot of these things I feel like are going to happen over the next couple months. And I really do believe that the more I align with who I am, the more everything else will fall together, meaning like career, financial. The more I just like align and align and align, it's gonna come in more and more and more. You have to become the person that would be able to handle all the things that you desire. Anyways, it's Wednesday. I thought it was Tuesday for a second. It's kind of dreary outside. I have someone coming over to look at this blue couch, so that's really exciting, because once that gets moved, I'm actually going to move my white couch over. It's not positioned exactly where I would want it. I think I might take the stuff. I have like, what is this called? Tulle, like hanging on the wall, and I don't love it. I've never really loved it. I kind of did it because I was like, oh, I have tulle. How can we make this house look a little cuter? And that's as far as I got with it. If you have literally watched any of my vlogs, I probably talk about HelloFresh. I finally canceled it, not because I'm unhappy with it necessarily, but because I actually want to learn how to cook. I took a culinary class when I was in college, and I worked in restaurants growing up, so like I do understand how to cook. I had to be ServSafe certified, all that jazz, but I want to like hone in on that skill. I don't know if this is gonna work, but this is like my thought process, is like making a meal. And you know how you always have to get ingredients that like you would never use again? I want to make the meal, and then whatever ingredients I have left over, make new meals from those. So I have salmon. I want to find a recipe that I can cook with it. I was looking at, oh, honey mustard glazed salmon. That sounds good. I love like sweet things. And you know what's dumb? I found this recipe yesterday. I was like at the grocery store and I didn't even like look at the ingredients. I was like, oh yeah. And then I was like, oh, I'll probably find something in my cookbook. Here we are. What is it? Honey garlic salmon recipe. Doesn't that sound good? Let's see what I need. Honey garlic. The Chunky Chef honey garlic salmon. This one has 2.8 thousand reviews. 4.5 star. Has to be good, right? Okay, let's see what we need. Do I have cayenne pepper? Cayenne pepper, where are you? Parsley, lemon, apple cider vinegar. The couch is gone. It looks so weird. So weird. I want to like kind of move everything over. The idea is that, so this is my new couch that you guys didn't see. I actually got this in July, and my living room is just so big, just obnoxiously big. And so I kind of felt like I needed a pretty big couch to take up the space. So I want to like move this actually over. Basically, the couch is the focal point of the room. I'm standing at the front door now. The couch is more like taking up the whole living room. And ideally, like, we're gonna get rid of this shit so it's not gonna be here and have something over here to kind of fill the space a little more. I was thinking maybe a bench. I don't know. But yeah, I like how the couch, like, it really takes up the space. So if you're like at the kitchen table, the couch is like kind of the focal point of the room. There's a long way to go with the living room, but the couch honestly makes such a big difference, and I'm really happy that the other couch is finally gone to like make space. I like this. The couch is like lined up with the hallway, but I also like how there is like a walkway here as well. I honestly don't know if I would get like side tables or just leave it open like this. I kind of like the openness. I wanted to move these lights to this wall because the panel literally ends here and it starts here, and the lights take up the entire panel, where before this wall is huge and the lights didn't take up the entire panel. So I actually got a lot done today. So it is almost 10 p.m. 9:43. My hair is doing this weird bun thing. I FaceTimed Caitlin a little bit. We watched an episode of Euphoria. That was really nice. I'm gonna wind down for bed. Walked into my room and my laundry's on my bed. I was very tempted to just like honestly put it on the floor, but I'm starting to just like feel disorganized. Like I was saying this morning, I feel like this is perfect opportunity for me to get my habits in check. One of my habits being keeping a clean space. I'm gonna do that. It's basically, I just have to put laundry away.